Well, and oh, there we go. My name is Jillian Cromwell, and I'm honored to serve as the Vice President of Green Bellevue. Your presence and commitment are greatly appreciated, and we could not do this without you. Truly, we could not. Next slide, please. A quick reminder before we get started, this meeting will be recorded. I don't know if everybody else heard that notification. I sure did. And I will just give a brief overview. I'm so sorry about my cat. She's screaming today. So briefly, today's meeting will include an organization overview, the budget report, a delightful video, updates on our activities for the year, some planning, and the big business of board member elections. Unfortunately, Michelle, our president, was not able to make it today, but she has recorded this short video, which we'd like to share with you. Katie, I'm not hearing the audio.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, started. There we go.
Hi, I'm Michelle Foss, President of Green Bellevue. I'm sorry I can't make the meeting, but I wanted to take a moment to welcome you all to our annual membership meeting. Thanks for joining us. Today is the day that we look back over the year that we've had, and we look forward to the activities in the year to come. We also elect our new board members and re-elect returning ones. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to get your input on the next year's activities. Bye.
Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you, Michelle. Wish she could be here, but we are humbled to have her as our fearless leader. Next slide, please. So as most of you know, I hope, the mission of Green Bellevue is uniting to ensure a greener, cleaner, more beautiful community. And our vision is a world exemplified by healthy environmental practices and lifestyles. Next slide. Go ahead, Don, take it away. Oh, you're still muted, Don.
All right, now I'm unmuted. And thank you, Jillian. Great beginning and welcome everybody. It's great to have you. This, for those who may not remember, is just at our 12-year anniversary. Green Bellevue has been working with volunteers for that long, since 2009. And you, the last 4 words in the statement here, is what Green Bellevue is. Without the volunteers and the dedicated people, the togetherness that we have, we would not be able to do all the things that we do. So I am grateful to all of you. We do serve to increase awareness through education. And I will move on to the next slide. And I am especially honored and proud to work with all of these and our past board of director members. All of the people on this list are my heroes, and they are doing a job that sometimes is not appreciated enough, but they give and give and give. And in the spirit of Green Bellevue, that's what we're about, giving to make the community and the world a better place. So thank you, all board members, current and past, and those who will step up today to continue serving or serve anew. Slide, please. And we'll turn it over to our finance director, Jennifer Holscher.
Hi, everyone. The 21 finances, we were budgeted to earn $36,364 and spend $36,364. The budget was to have income of $33,056 at the very end, and that was including the 2020 checking account monies. Despite the COVID pandemic that was still occurring, which curbed many efforts, we still received strong support from the community. Income was $38,572.31 as of 9/30 of 2021. We raised $10,724 at the Earth Day Passport. Last year, we raised $15,630 at Earth Day. And the goal last year was 15,900. This year it was 15,000. Omaha Gives, we netted $921.30. Last year we netted $1,922.03. Believe in Bellevue netted $326.32. Last year it netted $8,029.34. Northrum Grumman grant, we netted $800, the same as last year. This year we did receive the Cox grant, where we did not last year. The expenses as of 9/30/2021, Earth Day costs were $2,500 for the passport and $1,483 for advertising and supplies. Last year, the costs were $1,659 for Earth Day. And total expenses were $6,076.77 as of 9/30. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And I believe Annabelle is taking this on, or maybe it's Margaret. I'm not sure.
I gotcha. So my name is Annabelle Major. I co-chair the Grants and Fundraising Committee with Margaret. So she is also on. And we just kind of wanted to say that we have this committee available for people. So if they are interested in starting a new project or have some ideas to build upon an existing project, please get in touch with us. We are putting together a list of grant opportunities so that we can find these resources for everyone. So we want to get people engaged. No idea too small or too big.
Thank you so much, Annabelle. I think that that's such an exciting avenue that we're exploring and moving into, and really making those community connections and helping build others up is incredible. And thank you, Jennifer, for the finances as well. All right. So now we will move into a short video showcasing the work we've accomplished in 2021. Take it away, Katie. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Katie, for putting that together. It's always so exciting and beautiful to see all the work we've done in a year, especially this year. It's been a pretty rough year. But moving on to our initiatives. So the on-the-ground efforts that Green Bellevue undertakes in our community include the categories of zero waste, caring for plants and wildlife, clean energy, and education and outreach. So next slide. For zero waste, not only were we able to continue our community education efforts, but we were able to operate a styrofoam collection event during Earth Day and hold an educational program on recycling in September, presented by Green Bellevue board member and First Star Fiber representative Kyle Bivens. Thank you, Kyle, who informed us of First Star Fiber's plans for the hefty energy bag. It's all very exciting. They're investing in a plastic lumber production line to turn those hard to recycle soft plastics from your orange bag into durable decking, lawn chairs, and fence posts right here in our community. So beautiful stuff going on with zero waste in Bellevue. Next slide. On to Don to talk to us about the tree plantings.
And thank you again, Jillian. When I watched that year in review, I got a warmth in my heart just thinking of all those children we worked with and children of all ages. And that's what we did in planting trees and pruning trees. We taught the proper techniques, and as you said, it was a difficult COVID time period, but instead of focusing on the difficulty, we set goals and we focused on making a positive contribution. And especially during COVID, we needed that. So being out there and helping these children and families and other volunteers plant these trees, now at 1,251, given the ones we just finished planting yesterday in American Heroes Park. And on the 23rd, we will be giving away 100 more free trees in Swanson Park. If anybody wants to help us, please see me. So we've given and planted and pruned and cared for and made a wonderful tree contribution. Slide. Thank you, Katie. Another one of the contributions, and the credit here for initiating the Bee City program, is Dr. Tyler Moore from Bellevue University. He saw the value of it and approached the board, and we approved it. Mayor Rusty Hike agreed to the benefits by issuing and reading a city proclamation back in March. It promises to support pollinators by establishing and caring for pollinator-friendly habitat on both city and private land, plus education in the value of it. Thank you to all the volunteers that helped us to do this. We've been planting the gardens and caring for them, and it is making a difference. New slide, please, Katie. Thank you. We have also done rain gardens in addition to the pollinator gardens. And those rain gardens, the latest of which is at East Childs Road and Moore Drive. And that started from nothing, just a grass patch. And we will have signage and a walking trail. And it's already exciting that neighborhood on the edge of Fontenelle Forest. We've planted pollinator gardens and vegetable gardens with the students at the Bellevue West Ecology Club, plus a windbreak, and helped show them how to maintain those gardens and trees. And Nancy Scott has worked with Two Springs Elementary School for a rain garden there, and Laura Jones is a teacher there, so we coordinate with the schools, with the teachers, with the students. They are our future, and we are so blessed to have some outstanding ones in the community. Next slide, please, Katie. And a fun activity has been the Bellevue Farmers Market for me. These activities get us a direct outreach into the community where we have given out a lot of plants, well over 2,000 milkweeds alone, plus other nectar plants amounting to well over 2,000 as well. So we thank Nancy Scott for growing most of those. Marianne Chrisman, Lisa Swanson, and I have also brought and started plants that we gave away. But we didn't just give away the plants. We helped teach people the importance and value of milkweed, milk plant. It's really not a weed. It's not a weed to the pollinators, especially the monarchs. So we help people to understand the value. We tell them how to plant, and we encourage them to share with their family and friends. And we've had people come back each year telling us how they've seen monarchs and the larvae on their plants and thanking us for helping to introduce it to them. We do it all out in the park, Washington Park, and at the same time, we're promoting healthy foods and a healthy environment in the park. Again, very important to get people connecting to nature during the times of COVID. We have over 20 public space gardens that we maintain. Next slide, please, Katie. That Pollinator Outreach includes a program that we do with Milkweed Matters and Nancy Scott on our board. They work with students and seniors and other groups to take the seeds that they collect each year and put them in a clay ball. And those clay balls are given to the people who ride their bikes across Iowa. And as they come across patches of unmowed vegetation, they throw those seed balls out. Over winter, the weather, the rain, the snow, the elements break down the clay, leave the seed in a condition ready to germinate in the spring. So we are not only giving out plants, we are planting seeds across Iowa, and we've crossed Nebraska in the same way. And it's being done by our young people who will benefit from the future in having pollinators available and be able to continue producing all of the food that's essential for us. So it's exciting and fun to watch these children as they put the seed balls together. And then we also have plants that we show them with the larvae eating the plants, and we let them know when the leaves disappear, that's a good thing. That means the butterfly will soon appear. Next slide, please. Community outreach is an essential component of what we do. Again, during times of COVID, it's especially vital to our well-being to renew ourselves with nature connection. These groups help us to do that. The Bellevue Native Plant Society has been working at our rain gardens and our pollinator gardens and bringing volunteers in, as has the Climate Exchange been working on helping to mitigate some of the climate change issues. We also are celebrating our very first bee cycle station, and that's now up at the Rain Garden in Twin Creek. So Complete Streets is another group we work with. The Bellevue Tree Board has been around since very near to the beginning, and they have been doing exceptional work with all of our tree plantings, tree care, tree inventory. Milkweed Matters we've mentioned earlier, and they are doing things for butterflies all across the community and getting folks out into these nature areas, getting their hands in the dirt, I think inspires all of us. So we couldn't do it without these and many other community connections that we have that Green Bellevue as a kind of umbrella organization facilitates. Thank you, Katie. Next slide, please. We also work with clean energy. And this year, instead of having a National Drive Electric Week at Bellevue University like we did last year, we combined with Lincoln and the Sierra Club and the Tesla owners of Nebraska, and we had the event down at the Gretna Mall outlet. So we had even more people attending from 2 cities and parts in between, which gave them an opportunity to talk to real owners, not just car dealers. We participated in a limited fashion with the National Solar Tour, which was done virtually after doing it in person. And the slide on the lower right, you can see that even in the wintertime, you can generate solar energy, and that solar energy can also dry your clothes. They may be freeze dried, but they dry, I can attest. Next slide, please. Oh, we did rewrite the solar code for the city too. And that solar code is a part of what we did. I did give an individual tour of my solar system, and that was as a door prize for Earth Day. And Steve Thyberg will now talk to us about the Earth Day platform.
Yes, thanks, Don. Steve Thyberg. I was one of the volunteers for this last year's for 2021 Earth Day and Sarpy County Earth Day. Because of the pandemic, if we weren't able to do the same large, wonderful expo type event, so we partnered with Earth Day Omaha, and we worked on a passport system, which I hope everybody had a chance to take part in. But the passport, a lot of it was coordinated through the internet, and there were challenges, and you got the chance to win prizes and such. But we believe by doing it this way. Oh, we ultimately got many of the parts that were part of a regular event there. You met organizations virtually. We still had workshops. We had planting. We had some in-person things such as plantings and some tours and take care of gardens and such. And we had lots of events for adults and for children. And so we're looking at potentially doing that again this next year. But it was, we had the drop-offs like glass and foam and electronics. So anyway, that was Sarpy County Earth Day this year. Next. And we got proclamations for Earth Day from Sarpy County, like it says, Bellevue, Gretna, La Vista, Papillion, and Springfield. But additionally, besides those, we also added Omaha and Ralston.
One of the fun things that we do is to give out Environment Champion Awards that we started in 2009, the very first year of Green Bellevue. We want to recognize and salute all of our Environment Champion honorees this year and in years past. We do list them all on our Green Bellevue website. These people are also my heroes. They're the ones day in and day out who not only attend the meetings and help to plan for activities, but they are the people who are out there digging in the gardens, planting the trees, walking in the parades, doing all of the various things that we need done. These good people are the heart and soul of making Green Bellevue what it is. They're the caring, dedicated visionaries who see a better world for our future. Then they work to actually make it our reality here locally. So I thank all of them and am very grateful for them. They choose, instead of feeling like victims in these challenging times, to take charge, to connect with nature and people for fun, rebalance, and renewal. And because of all of these good folks, I'm now more optimistic about our future than I have been for years. Next slide, please. We also have the great folks who received Organization and Government Recycling Environment Champion Awards. And the Fontenelle Forest staff, day in and day out, take care of the wonderful magic forest we have right here that sometimes we take for granted. It's a special place, and I hope people get there to see it. All three of our local communities, Bellevue, La Vista, and Papillion Public Works, do annual cleanups where people can bring in and drop off their unwanted items. And those items are either sent to a landfill or we can divert them. And each of these public works department has chosen to divert the vegetation, the tree branches, the electronics, the scrap metals. They separate as much as they possibly can, electronics, and send those to be recycled. So we salute them, we appreciate them, and we value the partnerships that we have with them, as well as some other partnerships that I did mention, like Omaha Public Schools, Bellevue Public Schools, Bellevue Garden Club, Bellevue University, the Natural Resources District, and the list goes on. Thank you, Katie. Next slide, please. And much of it is due because of our wonderful sponsors. Those sponsors are the ones that help provide financial and other resources. They're vital to our financial efforts that we have leveraged into a combined near, get this, $3 million financial impact to Bellevue and even Sarpy County in the past 12 years that we have been operating. So Papillion Sanitation and Sarpy County have been right there in the forefront year after year with our Earth Day celebration and our recycling efforts. Cox Communications has started now in giving us grants, which we thank as well in support. The Papio, Missouri NRD provided funds for our bike share station and for other activities and events. Beardmore Subaru, Fontenelle Forest, Roar Beauty Parlor, Highland Meadows Housing, Physicians Mutual, Tobacco Education, and now I can't remember what the M stands for. Anyway, they're a great outreach group that help to prevent young people from starting smoking and being impacted by it. Tree Rush Adventures at Fontenelle Forest, and all of our wonderful volunteers, all of us together make it all happen. And next slide, please, Katie. Big thanks to all of our sponsors.
Okay, thank you, Don. This next one is about Sarpy County Earth Day 2022. And what we put up here is a number of things that tasks that might have been done for past Earth Days, or even were part of this the passport from this last year. So there's a lot of different opportunities and ways that people can support Earth Day. Now, as far as that goes, it's going to be recreated every year, so it depends on what people bring to it. It may be that you want to be part of you want to be a volunteer, and we want to know that. So please let us know. There's an email address at the bottom, admin@greenbellevue.org, and let us know if you're interested in volunteering, because we'd like to be able to share with you some of the possibilities as we become aware of them. But we also want people to step up into leadership roles, and if you are interested in that, just to find making some decisions about what it'll look like this next year. We have, I guess it's called a planning kickoff meeting. That's in just a week and a half, October 20th. That's a Wednesday. at 9:30 in the morning. So I hope you can make space in your schedules for that. And please let us know if you want to be a part and maybe do leadership in some area. Hey, let's see, many hands make light tasks. Is that how that goes? Anyway, that meeting on the 20th is just an hour, but if you're not able to make it, please let us know you're interested. Also emailing admin@greenbellevue.org.
Thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, please, anybody, if you're interested, join us on the Earth Day Committee and help us make that event happen, because it's a great fundraising opportunity for us, and it's really wonderful for the engagement of the community. So moving on to education, one of our most important educational avenues is through some of our monthly programs. They happen the second Sunday of most months, and they are still on Zoom for now. Some past programs include food loss, food waste in the pandemic, 24 hours of reality, climate change, youth in the environment movement. We screened the film The Burden, which was all about oil in the Middle East, and especially during wartime. It was incredible. We've done Zero Waste, Why and How, OPPD's Pathways to Decarbonization, and we've also done milkweed seed ball workshops. But our YouTube channel is a great example of a silver lining of the pandemic. The medium has allowed us to reach a much wider audience. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and help us spread the word. I will pop that link in the chat for you. There we go. And next slide, please, Katie. So please join us for our next educational program that will be on November 14th at 1:30 p.m. It is the Papio, Missouri Natural Resources District Overview and Updates. Phil Davidson, the Papio NRD board member, will join us to explain what the NRD is, what the NRD is working on. So please RSVP on Facebook and check for updates there. I will also post that Facebook link in the chat for you as well. Here we are. And next slide, please. Please also stay tuned to our website and our Facebook for updates about our upcoming events. So as we just mentioned, the next event is the Papio NRD Overview and Updates on November 14th at 1:30. But we also have these other great topics coming up: managing eco-anxiety, sustainable design, urban tree planting, and then we've got the Earth Month celebration, and there's another planning event in there at the end of January. So we'd love to have you engaged at any or all of these. If you have any other topics you'd like to see covered in 2022, please let us know. Our email there is info@greenbellevue.org. And another thing I will pop into the chat for you. Just using the chat like crazy today. All right, and next slide, Katie. So this is a little bit more of the nitty gritty and meat and potatoes of our meeting here. So we just would love to have some help brainstorming initiatives. What would you like to see coming up in 2022? Things that we have talked about in the past have included continuing our efforts in Bee City, USA, focusing more on establishing a deeper connection with Bellevue University, focusing on zero waste, doing more with Sarpy County Earth Day, trees and pollinator gardens, the Milkweed Project, doing more community solar, more composting, BPS Green Team, getting more young folks involved. That's always great to have. They're the future, and we need their input. New partnerships and programs. So truly, if you have any kind of ideas, thoughts, anything you'd like to see, please let us know, pop it in the chat, unmute yourself. Feel free to just shout it out. We'd love to hear it any way you'd like. All right. And next slide. Steve, take it away.
And volunteers. Okay. I mean, we're a volunteer organization. Volunteers make it happen. We're the ones that make the difference. So, hey, the first two items that I listed on here are planting and caring for pollinator gardens and for trees. Hey, it's a chance to get your hands dirty, and that's a really good thing. So very important. We want to make sure that you know what those opportunities are. So I want to keep you posted. Volunteering for Earth Day. Oh, what an important thing that is. Also tabling at farmers market. You know, we do that for 4 months. So there's a whole lot of opportunity on Saturday mornings to help us get the word out and distribute those plants that Don was talking about. You can walk with us in the Arrows to Aerospace parade. Hey, the more the merrier. And last time, half of us were handing out stuff to the crowd, so we didn't look as big. If everybody showed up, we would be such a crowd. Please show up for that parade. Also, you have the chance to serve on the board of directors. Hey, these people work behind the scenes in committees to make it happen. We couldn't do it without all that support. Think about joining the board of directors. You'll have your chance in just a little while. You can also organize programs, get your company to sponsor Earth Day. There's so many different projects that we work on. You can help just promote us on social media. If we putting on something on Facebook, don't just say whether or not you might be interested. Share it with your friends, because that's how we get the word out. We are the media. You can help with cleanups. Look at this list of things to do. Come to the monthly presentations, write a grant, or even turn in your hours, mileage, or in-kind donations that you do for Green Bellevue, because that helps us with our grant applications. So many ways to help out. Volunteer for Green Bellevue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. You're absolutely right. Volunteering is such a critical way to help out, and it really makes up the heart of the organization. So anything you'd like to do to help, we'd love to have you. So moving on to membership. So this is kind of the big business portion of our meeting today. So as you know, Green Bellevue is you. We'd love to have you join us. We have kind of codified the membership levels this year to include 3 different individual membership options and then 3 different organizational membership options. And really, it's just kind of chunking it out so that you know what your donation, what that money is for your membership goes to support in our community. So for example, a $10 individual membership provides native plants to support 14 butterfly species. A $250 organizational member installs 2 recycling bins at Bellevue Public Schools. So we've tried to make this kind of tangible, so it makes sense to see where that money's going. Being a member of Green Bellevue is a meaningful way to engage with the community. The contribution directly supports our efforts, and membership gives you access to our educational and volunteer opportunities. We welcome members with any level of availability or involvement, and we're happy to have you share in our mission. Thank you, Katie. Next slide. So this is kind of from the bylaws, a little more legalese here. Members may make recommendations to the directors, and they may examine the minutes, records, and financial statements of Green Bellevue and its board of directors at any reasonable time. Members vote on the following: any motion that is made at general and special meetings of the membership, any proposals, for example, amendments to the Articles of Incorporation and bylaws, and the election of directors, which we will be doing today. Next slide. Don.
Thank you for your patience. I got to remind myself, I don't want to say sorry. I don't want to make excuses for myself. I want to thank people instead for their patience with my not finding the button on mute. And I also want to thank these great helpers. They are rotating off of the board, and they have made tremendous contributions. Brittany Devastani has been a board member after having served as our communications coordinator for those years before she was a board member that are listed here. And she did an exceptional job. We're also grateful that we had a wonderful replacement in Katie Preister, my niece, and she's doing a great job too. Dr. John Kent from Bellevue University has served a term on our board, and he's working with the sustainability and with a lot of the planting that's going on in the rain gardens and the greenhouse, and helping partner with us. So we're very grateful to him too. Mercedes Silva has been a student volunteer working with us, and as a student from Bellevue East, She has been available and helpful and helping to inspire other students at Bellevue, yes, Bellevue East. So a big thank you to these board members who are rotating off the board. And we have some other student board members. Is this my slide?
It wasn't claimed. I can take it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Don. So thank you to all of our 2021 student board members. We had Baden and Carly from Bellevue West, Mercedes from Bellevue East, and Maddie from Bellevue University. So thank you so much for being on the board this year and serving. And congratulations to our new student board member appointees. Chloe Zarp, Annabelle Bindle from Bellevue East, Carly Rigatuso from Bellevue West, Baden Brumbaugh from UNL, Maddie Vasquez from Bellevue University. Our student board representatives serve for 1 year and their voting rights are limited. However, their input is highly valued as they are the future leaders of our community. The board recently voted to allow more student representation than we've had before. So if you know of any young folks who'd like to be more involved, please send a note to that email that we popped into the chat just a bit ago. Send a note to Katie because we'd love to have more students involved. Like Don said, they're the future and it's wonderful to have them. All right. So now on to board elections. This is very exciting. So first off, would anyone on this call like to self-nominate to serve on the Green Bellevue board for the next 2 years? Okay, if not, then I would like to.
Excuse me, but what are the qualifications? What kind of skills do you need?
Any and all skills, and really just an interest in making Bellevue a greener and cleaner place. We can find somewhere to plug in, and we've got plenty of committee memberships that we would love to have you working on, and you can kind of choose where you'd like to work and what suits your talents. We'd love to have you.
Okay, go ahead and put me down. I'll list it in the chat if you want.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Carrie. We're thrilled. Wonderful. Well, then we will do that. And Katie, I think we'll be reaching out to get more of your information from you. Wow, that's so exciting. Thank you, Carrie.
Dr. Carrie Pillen, thank you very, very much for stepping up.
Well, all right then. So board members up for re-election include Tyler Moore, Michelle Foss, Jeremy Bowers, Kyle Bivens, and Jennifer Holscher. And new board member nominees include Stephanie Barrelman and Carrie Pillen. Can I please have a motion? Would someone please make a motion to approve and elect the slate as presented? And with that addition?
This is Brittany. I will motion to approve this slate.
Thank you, Brittany. Do I have a second?
This is Jennifer. I second.
Excellent. And we will open it up for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Well, congratulations to our new and returning board members. Thank you, everybody. Yay. All right. Well, we made great time on this meeting, everybody. Thank you so much. And congratulations again to the new board members. We are thrilled to have you. And it's such a rewarding board to serve on. I think we do such great work in the community. As we close this meeting, I'm really struck by the impact a group of passionate people like we do can have on our community. The on-the-ground work of pollinator gardens, rain gardens, community gardens, tree planting, composting and recycling in schools. That's all amazing. But not only that, we also spread knowledge, lift up other organizations, bring together engaged community members. This list is so impressive, and I'm sure I'm still missing things. None of this work could happen without you. So from the bottom of my heart, I also couldn't help but notice that Don has been too humble to give himself a proper introduction today. Not only is he a committed Bellevue City Councilman and former state senator, but he's also a founding member of Green Bellevue, and the organization wouldn't be what it is today without you, Don. So thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Jillian. That was very nice of you to say, and I have been honored to be a part of it. And we do have some things in chat, and maybe our newest board members might like to say a word or two, and then anybody else. We got any other ideas and questions here?
Yeah, let's open it up. Everybody, take your mute off. Let's have a fun little chat here. If there's anything else you'd like to chime in with.
This is Jennifer. I was starting to look at the budget for next year, and if the committees could send me some numbers of money they may need so I could figure it into the budget as well. You know, in the past, we would just go off of what was from the previous year and adjust accordingly. But I think it would be more accurate if I had some real numbers to put in there.
Absolutely. That's a great thought. Thank you so much, Jennifer. We'll send out a call to the committee.
This is Carrie Pillen, and I was embarrassed to realize at the last meeting that the city of Bellevue is not using Papio sanitation anymore. And when does that come up again? And how do we try to inspire our city council members to go with the more favorable recycling option in the area?
Thank you for the question, Carrie. Papio Sanitation has the contract to do our trash, our yard waste, and also our recyclables for 10 years. 3 years of that is up, and we extended another 3 years. And in that contract, what you're referring to is Papio Sanitation was allowed to take our recycling to a different recycler. They've been taking it over to First Star Recycling, but they asked for permission to take it to Nebraska Land, which is a much smaller operation, and it may not have the same capability because of its size and newness. And so there was a difference in price. It was a small amount, amounted to between $1 and $2 a month more, depending on the size cart you have. So the council wanted to be mindful of finances and went with the cheaper price, which Nebraska Land provides. So if people feel that we should pay a little bit more instead of going the cheapest price, paying a little more and getting better quality recycling, then contact the mayor or the city council and encourage them to have Papio Sanitation go back to First Star Recycling, who is now getting the orange energy bags and going to start making plastic lumber from all that hard to recycle plastic. So I hope that long answer to your question is a good and full explanation.
It's a great explanation, and I just love to see us try to really rally to get a lot of people to make those phone calls, so that it impresses the officials in the city that it's important.
You are the right person for the board to help carry this initiative into 2022. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, if anybody has any thoughts, questions, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. The next two events upcoming are October 20th at 9:30 a.m. That's our Earth Day planning kickoff. Shoot us an email if you'd like to be involved, if you'd like to join us for that meeting. And then we also hope to see you on November 14th at 1:30 for the Papio NRD overview and update. So I guess we are finished, and Katie, you can shut off the recording for now. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. What a great meeting.